Hi, morning. Thanks for joining us, sacrificing your precious Saturday morning. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure the team here appreciates it as well. A round of applause for our superb Kentrade team who's organized today's event. Now, I only have 15 minutes with you, so I'll get straight to it. My name's Isabelle. If you forget, it's like ring a bell, Isabelle. Or you say, hey, beautiful, hey, pretty. I also answer, okay? I'm a warrants issuer at Kenanga. Recently, my team and I, on Wednesday last week, 2nd January, we launched our new live matrix by Kenanga. If you're a warrant trader, you know that having a live matrix, it's a big deal. It's a game changer, right? If you're not yet a warrants trader, I'm going to have a talk every single month for 2019, so I do invite you to join. Our dates are going to be on our Telegram channel. Now, I'm just going to play you a short 1-minute video on the live matrix, and after that, I'll break it down into 3 key ideas.
How do traders use the live matrix? I like to use the live matrix to time my entry, fix my stop loss and my position size. I like to use the warrant scanner on www.nagawarrants.com, and I use the ESTI Strategy when trading. High effective gearing, suitable tick sensitivity, sufficient time to maturity, which means I avoid trading during the final month before expiry, and choose a trustworthy issuer. By using the live matrix, if it is a volatile stock and I want to get in and out quickly, I would choose a warrant with the tick sensitivity.
Hi, I'm Kenny. I'm an intraday trader as well as a blogger on Facebook page 听见股市 or Stock Catcher. So how do I time my entry point? I use the live matrix on www.nagawarrants.com to view the warrant sensitivity in order for me to execute my trading strategy. So my strategy includes timing my entry point, setting my cut loss and my target price, as well as my position size. For example, an underlying with daily range 8 ticks, I will choose a warrant with sensitivity of 2 ticks. When the stock is uptrending, I will choose to enter when the warrant is about to flip, meaning that I buy at 0.105 when the underlying is 124, 125 instead of 123, 124 or 125, 126. For this, I use the last defense strategies, meaning I will always enter just before the flipping point at 0.105. Secondly, I will set my cut loss and my target price based on my risk and reward ratio. By using the live matrix, if I see that my target price for the underlying is 1.37, then I can queue to sell my warrant at 0.135 on the day itself. It is at 28% profit on the warrants versus 9.6% if I have bought the underlying share. For the stop loss point, I will set 1 tick at the bottom of the range, say 0.095. And there you have it. It's that easy.
You can view this new tool and many others on www.nagawarrants.com. Subscribe, log in, and use the live matrix for free. You will also receive a Warrants Trading 101 ebook, warrant trading ideas, free seminars, and more. Naga Warrants, preferred by professional traders.
For the rest of this few minutes that I have with you, I'm going to break down that video. And if you want to watch it again, I'm going to post it on our Telegram channel, and you can rewatch it to your heart's content. This little explanation for 15 minutes will also be recorded, so you can just keep on rewatching it until you totally get it. Some issuers, they have a live matrix as well, but we are different because we want to show you the strategies you can use to maximize it, right? So if you have questions, like Jason said, post them on the Slido. I'm going to compile all of them, and on Monday, I will share the answers for each one. So you can just scroll there and read slowly, all right? And afterwards, you can meet me at the back during the lunch break. I'll give you my personal name cards. You can ask me more questions. And if you fill in your feedback form, you get a thank you gift. our free ebook, and today's slides as well. We'll also help you download Telegram if you don't know how. Everybody say hi to Rachel. I'm just kidding, it's not actually there. Don't be crazy, you can't talk to a screen, okay? She uses the ESTI strategy to select warrants. ESTI stands for high effective gearing, few ticks sensitivity, sufficient time to maturity. That means if you have a time horizon of 5 months, the warrant that you choose must at least have a lifespan of 6 months. And a trustworthy issuer. Hopefully somebody who is friendly, accessible, transparent, who answers all your WhatsApp questions. Now let's put this ESTI strategy into place, all right? So the first thing you want to look at when you're selecting a warrant, my case study today is Inari. So right now, if I go to the warrant scanner tool on www.nagawarrants.com, I just press Inari, it'll show all the issuers and Inari comes out. This, you can't really see my red color pointer, but you can see on the side there, 12 entries. Right now in the market, there are 12 Inari warrants. How to choose? So many warrants, right? And you can't choose by volume, you can't choose by queue. How do you decide? This ESTI strategy is a strategy that our most profitable traders use, and I'm just sharing it with you. So high effective gearing means, you see that E over there on top? It starts, if you press effective gearing, it'll sort from largest to smallest. If you look on top, 8.83 times, what this means is, if Inari moves up by 1%, the 8.83 times will move up 1 time. So that means if Inari moves up by 1%, Inari C20 will move up by 8.83%. This is live leverage. This is why people trade warrants. However, if you look at Inari C20, even though the effective gearing is very high, you look at sensitivity, 12 ticks. 12 ticks means that Inari must move up 12 cents before Inari C20 moves up 1. So whenever people always complain, hey, issuer, your warrant is not moving, it is because it is an insensitive warrant that you've chosen. Perhaps it's 12 ticks insensitive. Not so good, right? If Inari moves 5 cents a day and the sensitivity is 12, will it move? All right, so E, then S. So for something like Inari, say if you foresee that it moves 5 cents a day, maybe you want to choose something that's more sensitive. So I go all the way to the bottom. You see those 3 ticks that are highlighted in green over there? Ladies and gents at the back, can you see my slides? All good? All right. So the 3 ticks are highlighted there. That means Inari must move up by 3 cents, then the warrant will flip. So if I bought Inari C29 right at the bottom at 7.5 cents, you see where I'm buying it, right? So let's say if I bought Inari at 7.5 cents, Inari C29 at 7.5 cents, Inari moves up 3 cents, then Inari C29 will already break even. Do we get this concept? Good. All right, another thing that I like about this whole warrant scanner tool, which we've just only launched, is that there's this thing at the side there called theta. I circled it on the right, the furthest right over there. Theta actually means theta per day. It shows your daily time value decay in ringgits and not percentage terms. So what does this actually mean? 1 cent of decay, 1 cent of time value decay, that means your 1 cent divided by 0.0004. That's 25 days. You can do the math later, don't worry. That means it takes 25 days for Inari C29 to decay 1 cent. However, if a warrant is approaching its expiry date, just now I said don't trade in the final month before expiry, right? Let's look all the way up at that Inari C20, expiry date 16th January 2019. The theta, which I circled in yellow, is 0.0014. That means when it gets closer to expiry date, 7 days and it'll already depreciate by 1 cent. Final thing about this one is that you can actually download all of it to Excel and you can play with it to your heart's content. Effective gearing, if you're not sure, it is simply gearing times delta, and delta is a theoretical price movement in the call warrants when the underlying price changes. So if the delta is 0.5, it means the underlying moves up by, say, 20 cents, the call warrant to move up by 10 cents. That's what delta means. Delta times gearing is effective gearing. And finally, let's look at... hi again, Rachel. So she also talks about tick sensitivity. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. That's what ticks mean. Just now I was talking about tick sensitivity. This is tick sensitivity. Let's try again. Come. Last question. The answer is 3, 2, 4. A warrant can have different sensitivities, 3, 2, 4. You look at that, at the bottom, it was 4 ticks, right? As the price increased, it became 3 ticks. Now notice how hibiscus CK, the tick sensitivity, improves after $1. It's because the minimum tick size, and this is a 2-tick sensitivity. Now our next part is the last defense strategy. We have a live matrix tool that we've invented. And as you can see, if you enter at the top of the live matrix range, you'll immediately break even when the underlying flips to the next side. We call this the last defense strategy. So if you enter, you see your entry point there is at 10.5 cents. You've got 1 tick buffer. When you enter a warrant, you must immediately know 3 things. Entry point, cut, loss point, target price, correct? The live matrix let you see these things very, very clearly. So let's say time goes on and you foresee my EG to hit 137 from 122. The corresponding warrant price would have been 13.5 cents. So time goes on, da-da, 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 da-da. That's what happens, right? And finally, it hits your target price. 1.37. You can sell your underlying, or if you bought a warrant, you could have sold it at 13.5 cents. If you look at the ROI, it's exactly the same trade, just that you use a different vehicle. One, you bought the stock, one, you bought the warrants. Both increase and decrease the same time, right? Because warrants are a derivative. You just chose a different instrument to buy. This is the magic of warrants. This is why people trade warrants. This kind of ROI for the exact same trade. And of course you can say, Isabelle, of course, hindsight 2020, do you actually say these prices or not? And I can say, yes, we did. Because we have a before I go on, traffic light feature, when this is what makes our live matrix different from other people's live matrices. Because when the buy and offer quote is tight, you can see 12 cents, 12.5. The current price is in green. That means good to go, good to trade. When the buy and offer quote is widened, we highlight it in orange, like your car signals. So we say, Not so great. Maybe avoid this one. 10 cents and 13.5 cents. It shouldn't be there, right? It should be 10 cents and 10.5. Yes? And finally, our buy bid promotion on Telegram is if you actually queue there, 145, you can usually buy the warrants at 8.5 cents, correct? You have to buy the ask price. You have to buy the offer price. But if you queue at 8 cents, when the underlying is 145, 146, we will hit you for limited units. That means you actually get to buy it at 1 tick cheaper. Isn't that good or is that good? If that doesn't make you happy, I don't know what makes you happy. So if you look over here, I actually posted, if you scroll up a bit, 4th January. We suggested at that price as well, when Inari was 5.5 cents, 6.5 cents. If you saw it close yesterday, Inari C29, it closed at 7.5 cents. So if you actually bought Inari from that price where we gave our buy bid offer, you would have made 13 cents on the underlying. Good for you, pat on the back. But if you bought the warrants Inari C29, you would have made 40% since 4th January. Excited? No? Or so excited until you're speechless? But before you do all of these things, I highly recommend you come for one of my full-length talks and learn a bit more. And that about wraps it up for me. We'll have warrant seminars, trading ebooks, and like I said, the most important slides. You get all the information over there. We have our market making hotline at the bottom, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Mondays to Fridays on market days. We aim to be a friendly and accessible issuer. So if you look at, with this new campaign, if you have 5 friends that attended your talk or 5 friends who are interested in learning more about warrants, you can actually pass me their names, 5 of you, or even if you look next to you, you got 5 people who seem interested, and I'll arrange a lunchtime briefing for you at Kenanga Tower, where I'll speak to you, I'll buy you lunch. My lunch break is 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. every day. As you know, Bursa is closed. So make use of me so I don't just sit there and waste my lunch, all right? I'll be happy to pick up lunch for you and simplify things for you as well. 5 people minimum. And I believe that is it. One more thing for the WhatsApp hotline. Some people, they say, can you recommend warrants? Chan Keng Yu gave some really great tips. Aeon, MRCB, Gamuda. Isabelle, I don't know which warrant to choose. There's so many. Can you recommend to me? If you message the WhatsApp hotline, I will recommend to you. I will tell you why. I will justify. And I'm objective. So if, say, another issuer's warrant is better than mine in terms of the terms, the warrant terms, I will recommend that warrant. All right. And that's about it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks, Isabelle, for the very informative sharing. It's truly an eye-opener for all of us. Thank you.
So the speaker is Isabelle, and she's very knowledgeable and insightful on the warrants, and she explained very well. The most useful things I can learn from your talk is to how to use the ESTI strategy to choose the most suitable warrants. So what we need to do is only to create an account on the Naga Warrants website, and then you use the warrant screener and use the ESTI strategy to choose your warrants. And then we can also use the live metrics as the last barrier to observe the price of your warrants and the underlying stock. I'll be looking forward to attend more warrants talk which conducted by Kenanga.
This is the first time that I attended the workshop held by Kenanga. So I feel that a lot of surprise shared by Miss Isabelle for the core warrants that can make money. Because I'm quite new to the core warrant. So I feel that I should attend the workshop held by Isabelle so that in future I won't be making loss in the share market. The strategy, like what you said, the cut loss point, set all the settings used by live metrics. Kenanga doing a very good job because I have not a Kenanga customer until 3 days ago. I just signed up